Welcome on the third video of this series on how to become a professional blockchain developer. In the previous videos of this series, I told you how I found my first blockchain job paid 100k and also explained why you should focus on Ethereum. If you haven't watched these videos, go back and watch them first. And in this video, I'm going to give you the full roadmap you need to follow in order to become a highly paid blockchain developer. I'm going to cover the technical skills and also the steps you need to take in order to find your first blockchain job. So let's start with the technical skills. First, you need to learn the fundamentals of blockchain and Ethereum. So you can start with the structure of a blockchain. So what is a block, what is inside, then what is a transaction and how it changes the data of the blockchain, what are addresses and how they are created. Then you need to learn what is a wallet and how it uses private keys to sign transactions. And you also need to understand cryptographic hashes that are used in many places in blockchain. Then you need to learn about smart contract development. For that, you need to start with Solidity, which is the programming language for writing smart contract on Ethereum. Then you need to learn about tokens like ERC20, ERC721, and how we can transfer them. Then you need to learn how to use Truffle, which is the most popular framework for writing Ethereum smart contract. Then you need to learn how to test your smart contract, because after you deploy a smart contract to the blockchain, it's impossible to modify its code. Then you need to learn about security so that you can write a safe smart contract and prevent hackers from hacking your smart contract and stealing the ether or the tokens that are inside. And you also need to learn about gas optimization so that you can write gas efficient smart contracts that do not cost too much money to use. And to do that, you will need to understand well the Ethereum virtual machine, or just EVM. And after that, you will need to learn how to deploy your smart contract to the Ethereum blockchain, and for that you probably make use of some API services like Infura. Okay, so that's it for smart contract development. The next step is to learn how to build full decentralized applications. A decentralized application, or just a Dapp, is a combination of a smart contract and a web or mobile frontend. It's actually possible to interact with a smart contract by using the command line, but it's not very user-friendly. To make it easier for users to interact with our smart contract, we build a frontend. In order to build this decentralized application, you need to learn a couple of things. First, you need to learn the basics of web development, so HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Then you need to learn Web3, which is a JavaScript library used to easily interact with our smart contract. Then you need to learn how to integrate your front-end with Ethereum wallet like MetaMask. Optionally, you probably also want to learn a little bit of React, which makes it easier to build interactive applications. And after you learn all of this, you will have learned all the skills necessary to become a professional blockchain developer. And the next step is to get your first blockchain job. Let's see how we can do that. First, you need to position yourself on the job market. If you just say that you are a blockchain developer, that's a bit too vague. You need to be more specific. Then you need to build a solid portfolio of blockchain projects and optimize your online presence on GitHub and LinkedIn in order to give a positive image to blockchain companies. And after that, you are ready and you can finally start to reach out to blockchain companies. So there are many ways to do this, and that's very important to know where you can find the best blockchain company with the best jobs. So now you know the full roadmap to become a blockchain developer, but I'm sure that you still have a lot of questions. For example, how to position yourself on the job market. What kind of blockchain application should you build in your portfolio? Where to find the best blockchain companies and the best blockchain jobs? Actually, I developed a method that answers all these questions and that helps you to get your first blockchain job, and that's what I call the aim, load, fire method. And I'm going to tell you more about that at the end of the video. Okay, so now maybe that you are really excited about becoming a blockchain developer, but maybe you're having some second thought and you're not sure this is actually a reachable goal. So let me go over some common misconceptions that people have when it comes to becoming a blockchain developer. Misconception number one, you need to be a senior web developer to get into blockchain. As a blockchain developer, it's true that you do need some basic skills in web development. However, web development is a big topic. In the context of blockchain, we only need some basic skill for front-end web development. That's mainly HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. However, you don't need to learn back-end web development. You can ignore things like Node.js, databases, Ruby on Rails, MVC framework. The smart contract is already your backend. Misconception number 2, blockchain is too hard. Maybe that you think that blockchain is so difficult that it's only reserved for some sort of hardcore programmers who have been programming since they are 12 and who are some sort of math geniuses. If you want to build the blockchain technology itself, yes, you do need to be a hardcore programmer, but that's just a tiny fraction of all blockchain developers. The majority of blockchain developers build applications on top of the blockchain. That's what we call decentralized applications. And for this, you don't need to be a hardcore programmer, and there are some development tools that make the process way easier. Misconception number 3, blockchain takes too long to learn. Blockchain can be a big topic and is continually evolving, so truth be told, you probably need to keep learning if you want to stay up to date. But when it comes to the bare minimum you need to know in order to start your career as a blockchain developer, that's actually very manageable. Depending on your background, in a couple of weeks or a couple of months, you can learn enough in order to find your first blockchain job. Misconception number 4, the blockchain job market will be hit by the recession. According to LinkedIn, blockchain is the most in-demand skill in 2020. Currently, there are more than 2,000 job offers for blockchain developer positions just in the US. And recently, a well-respected investment fund in the tech community just announced that it will invest $500 million in the blockchain industry. So clearly, there is no recession for the blockchain industry. There is high demand for blockchain developer and a very low supply. However, no one knows how long it's going to continue, so you need to take action now. So let's recap what we have learned in this mini-series of videos. First, you learned that there was a high demand for blockchain developer and that you can make a really high salary. For example, when I found my first blockchain job, I was paid $100,000 and that was a remote position. Next, you learned that in order to become a blockchain developer, you needed to focus on Ethereum because it has the best technology, the largest community, and the most job offers of all blockchain. And finally, in this video, I showed you the full roadmap you need to follow in order to become a professional blockchain developer. So in this video, I mentioned a method that I used to find my first blockchain job, and I call this method mLoadFire. And I actually created a free training that you can follow where I will explain you this in detail. Below this video, you will find a link to register for this training. It's going to be May 12, 11 a.m. East Coast time. And I'd like to also quickly mention my upcoming blockchain course, 6-Figure Blockchain Developer, where I will teach you everything that I mentioned in the roadmap to become a professional blockchain developer. So I will teach you the technical skills and also how to get your first highly paid blockchain job by using the mLoadFire method. And for the final project of this course, we will build a very solid project that will be super cool for your portfolio. That's going to be a decentralized exchange for ERC20 tokens. So that's going to be really a major asset in your portfolio of blockchain developer. All right, that's it for this video. I'll see you for my free training on the mLoadFire method. Bye.